We need more arrest, plain and simple. We need the arrest of Roddy, Mr. Bryan, I believe. You know, the pistol cocking cameraman. But he did more than cock his pistol and act as videographer for that day. He was the trail car used to block Arbery in from the rear as he was running. You know, the hashtag I run with Mod. Shout out to a brother I met yesterday. Shout out to a couple of people real quick. Brother James Woodall, who was the lead organizer and has been on the grounds with that family since day one. And also Mr. Perry out there, a local chapter president of the association. Saw some good people out there yesterday, but also met this brother. Shout out to my girl Lone Wolf, man. Love that sister. She brought a group of brothers. One of them got a chance to meet brother by the name of 19 Keys. What's up, homie? Very nice sharing space with you yesterday. Wish we each could have delivered a message. But love what this brother said. You know, he didn't like the hashtag I run with Mod, and his reason was eloquent. Because the last minutes of that young child's life, my son is 26, so I can say that, was fight to the death, outgunned, trying to flee, but possibly had the feeling of he'd be riddled with bullets. So he fought. Even if he would have overpowered the son, the father was in an elevated position with his 357. And if he would have some way miraculously made it out of that unarmed between father and son or son and father, then you had the trailer who was cocked and ready to rock. He must be arrested. Now, he's lawyered up. You'll probably get you a sweet deal rolling on the father and the son. But we need him arrested now. You know, other than the obvious. Because if Tony, Ray, and Potato Chip Slim are all riding in a vehicle together and they stop at the convenience store, Potato Chip Slim says, hold on, I need to get something. That's all he says. Tony and Ray don't have a clue that he's not only going to rob the place, but that he also committed a double homicide before he got back in the car and everybody scattered. Once everybody is detained, arrested, every single individual gets charged with those two homicides. Plenty of people who didn't have a damn thing to do other than being in a terrible place at a terrible time or being associated with a terrible individual or be associated with an individual that does a terrible act is a better way to put it. They get charged. So you tell me why in the hell this pistol cocking videographer used as the trail car to box in Ahmaud Arbery is not arrested. Arrest him right now. Arrest the district attorney, Jackie Johnson. You know, the Caucasian female that recused herself. But before she recused herself, it is now coming out by legislators in the Glenn County and Brunswick area growing a pair, having some kahunas, some huevos, some balls as it relates to their elected position and seat. It's coming out that this district attorney blocked the arrest shortly after the legal hunting and killing and lynching of a nigger down there in Brunswick. She blocked the arrest. Let that sink in. She prevented the father and son from having to face any legal action as it relates to the murder of Ahmaud Arbery. Before I forget, I want to go back to Brother Keys and that hashtag. Since Ahmaud fought for his life, I fight with Ahmaud. Brilliant. I fight for Ahmaud. You can have as many hashtags as you want, but I just love the fact how that brother flipped the I run with Ahmaud to I fight with Ahmaud, considering that boy was put in a doomed situation and he fought for his life. Awesome. Awesome, Brother Keys. Back to the district attorney. Where they do that at? Where does a DA get the balls to block the arrest of her former investigator, who is also former law enforcement? Where they do that at? Glenn County. We need more arrests. We need high-ranking law enforcement officials to be removed as well. Shout out to Brother Derek Bozeman and Brother Attorney Miley Davis, man. More to come with the effort that those brothers are putting together. So happy to be able to join you brothers, man. Always a pleasure in any capacity, man, because it's that realness. It's that family. It's that love. More to come on that. You know, man, while we are arresting Jackie Johnson, the DA who blocked the arrest that will ultimately end up in her arrest, I can't help but think about another Jackie Johnson, a black female down in Valdosta, Georgia, who birthed a young man by the name of Kendrick Johnson, and we're still looking for the federal government to reopen that investigation. Can't help but think every time I see Jackie Johnson, Mrs. J, I think about KJ. You know, I posted a picture of a comrade that I have, Sergeant Joe. And not only was that meant to spark further collaborations of those with various expertise and become links in the chain and protect one's brother, one's 12 watches one's 6 and vice versa. It's also to let you know that all of us ain't easy targets. You know, in the wild, when you see lions hunting or hunting of any predatory type of animal, they go after the weaker ones or the ones they deem as weak. In the wild, you don't F with the strong ones. You try to take the weaker ones. Well, again, it was twofold: to spark further collab and to reiterate, all of us ain't easy targets. Many of us, even when our backs are turned, they're covered. Plain and simple. Shout out to the brothers and sisters that are engaged right now in an open carry demonstration. Law enforcement in the city of Brunswick, it would behoove you not to infringe, step on, or violate anyone's constitutional right based on that Second Amendment that your forefathers wrote. Salute to those brothers and sisters. Wish you safe travel, safe return. Keep the pressure going. Do your research on the law enforcement offices out in Glenn County and Brunswick. They're riddled with corruption. Hell, after the DA blocked the arrest, then recused herself, another DA was on board and wrecked his vehicle, got charged with DUI, and is now a patient in a rehabilitation center for alcohol and whatever else, and had to recuse himself. Where they do that at? Georgia? From what's going on out there in Indianapolis, from the shit that's happening out there in New York City. What up, Tamika Mallory? Another strong sister. What are you prepared to do? Who are you signing up with as far as organizations are concerned? What initiative are you signing up for? What function are you attending? What phone call are you making? What email are you sending? What are you prepared to do? Each, reach, teach. Peace.